YB stays on your neck.
Stays on my neck.
Go. Go.
Yo, my dance, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and obviously hit the bell for notifications. So Tyson, pillow fist, oh yes, oh I have no power. Fury has replied or responded to or reacted to Deontay Wilder's fixed win over Lewis, 70-year-old Lewis. Smile. You make me laugh about this Lewis Ortiz situation, you know. How are you going to smile and then get knocked out? Like, don't be goofing around. Like, if you're that good, like Floyd Mayweather used to love to smile, yeah? He had sharp reactions. He wasn't 70 years old. He didn't have a 70-year-old man central nervous system. He was able to react. Ortiz, The thing is, he got gassed. He had a good 6 rounds, and he just started getting gassed. And that's the problem here. It irritates me because we don't really know if Ortiz had concentrated the whole way through. In fact, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was a fix or what. It's almost like he cued it at the smile. Then got knocked out, and it's so funny when he got knocked out and he started getting up. He looked shocked. He got hit with a ghost. He looked. I thought, where's that smiling gone? Because a minute before you got knocked out, you were smiling. You thought it was all fun and games. So what happened to the smiling when you put flat on your back? You're like you're seeing your ghost. You're like, goofy ass dude. Anyway, back to this other goofy dude, Fury. So Fury says, oh yes, Wilder, he has nothing more than a puncher's chance on me, his big daughter. Oh yes, I'm going to school him even more than the first fight, even though he put me on my back twice. So... Wilder has nothing more than a puncher's chance versus me. I'm gonna school even. This is the problem. I told you, man. And it's not. To be fair, it's not even just Fury fans. A lot of so-called neutral man, was in Fury's Instagram, in his Twitter after the first fight, and you man was gassing him up, talking about Fury boxed his head off and gave him a boxing lesson. I'd say. The average British public member, after the first Wilder fight, genuinely believed he gave Wilder a boxing lesson. I'm sorry, man, you lot are blind. In my opinion, if I was scoring Fury versus Wilder, Wilder won the fight, in my opinion. Not draw, won. Because who would you rather be after that fight? The man who literally had his eyes rolled up in his head, or the man who never got hurt in that fight. Never got hurt in the fight. Never got put down. Never got stumbled. Yeah, he got backed up, but backed up really? You got two 260-pound men in the ring. If a 260-pound man comes at anyone, you're gonna get backed up. So really, come on. Never once did I see Wilder's head get rocked back. See what I'm trying to say? You don't win a fight at heavyweight. Listen, Fury is not a 120-pounder. If he was a 122, then you could sit there and say, well, yeah, there's skills. What's the point? We're heavyweight. We're here to see knockouts. We're here to see people getting hurt. We're here to see big shots landing. Fury does none of that. So what part of that was a boxing lesson? People need to really read up on what a boxing lesson is at heavyweight. Lomachenko, as an example, he's not known as a massive puncher. But even he, to be fair, what do we know about Lomachenko? He stops high-caliber people. Rigondeaux made him jack. Yeah? No Maschenko. And that's at 130. You've got a 130-pounder who isn't even known for his power, but yet he's known for stopping people. Fury, on the other hand, literally twice as big, in fact more than twice as big. Lomachenko weighs in, probably no, actually on fight night, they're about twice as big. Lomachenko probably weighs in 135 on fight night. Fury comes in 270. No, doesn't hurt Wilder, don't knock him down, don't do squat. Let's be real now. If you think he won that fight, you don't know boxing at all. I'm sorry, you don't. Two clean knockdowns, both of which he barely beat the count on them. And I'm not sure, I've got to be honest though, I've made a few videos in the last few months being highly skeptical on whether or not Tyson Fury will actually fight Wilder, because he said stuff like, oh yes, I'm retiring, oh yes, only 3 more fights. And in my head I'm thinking, if he's only got 3 more fights, I can see him fighting 3 more stiffs on ESPN, like Wallin and whatnot. Because it's not as if he didn't go life and death with Wallin, is it? Let's be real now. He went life and death, 50-50 with Otto Wallin. Facts. That's what he did do. Yeah? So for me, I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? He don't even want to be here anymore. Not only that, though. Never mind mentally. Mentally, he's already talking about retirement. Never mind that. Physiologically, your boy the YB already exposed. His knees and his legs are finished. And it's funny because in boxing, I never really used, people used to say about, oh, his legs are shot and all this kind of business, because I was relatively new in the sport. Well, to be fair, even now I'm pretty new. I'm only 5 years in, but either way, the fact of the matter is, when I first got to the sport, I remember the first time I heard about someone's legs being shot was when Mike Tyson fought, was it Spinks or Burbick? I think it was Spinks. And he goes, the reporter goes, his legs might be shot. They are. That one of them ones there. And I never really knew what leg shot meant. Anyway, fast forward to 2019. Fast forward to seeing Fury jump off a 1 meter ledge. His knees are shot. Actually, tell a lie, the first time I really got a good idea of shot was James DeGale. James DeGale used to have lovely footwork. Very like, he didn't used to run around, but he used to know how to walk around the ring. Yeah? 2-2s, gets in there with Eubank, gets in there with Truax. In fact, gets in there with Truax and his legs have just gone. All he can do is sit on the ropes. All he can do is stand still. What do we know? Fury, who actually has better legs than James DeGale, especially when you adjust it for heavyweight. Fury's known for running around. What happens then? Gets in there, not with a man like... He wasn't in there with Mike Tyson, who was cutting the ring off and giving him no room to move and was backing him up to the ropes. He was in there with Otto Wallin, who himself was throwing no punches. Otto Wallin wasn't steaming forward and taking the ring away from Fury. He was standing there, and Fury couldn't move his legs. His legs were gone. His legs were gone, completely shot. 2-2s. After that, he jumped off a ledge, and it shows his knees visibly don't have any absorption. He can't bend his knees. Yeah, to bend your knees, it requires a level of strength in your legs. Yeah, like the easiest. That's why you see quite a lot of fighters when they fight like they're on stilts. Not many fighters actually bend their knees because it's harder to do. Because you actually have to engage your legs. It's like almost, you're not walking around in a squat position. Well, you are. You kind of like squatting down, and that's why trainers always say sit down on your punches. The reason fighters don't do it is because it's more tiring, because it actually engages your legs. Someone like Mike Tyson, he was very low because he was almost walking around squatted down as such. Yeah. You got other people like Dillian White and Fury's got bowed out legs. Dillian White's got similar. He doesn't really sit down either. But listen, fact of the matter is, Fury, no bending his legs anymore. His legs have gone. Yeah, his legs are shot. But the reason I give you that background is to say that I've been very sceptical of whether Fury's going to go through with this rematch. Physiologically, he's finished. Mentally, finished. However, I will give him credit. Like I said, I give credit where credit's due. These kind of call-outs, they do look encouraging. It gives me more confidence. Before, about a month ago, I was not when them rumours came out that Fury said, "Oh, I've only got 3 fights left, and oh, I'm gonna retire, and I'm already done in boxing." I was 99% sure he's not going to be doing a Wilder rematch. Now, I'd say probably 75% sure. Well, no, I'm probably 75% sure. I'm still not confident he's going to take the rematch. I'll call it 75-25 that he won't take it. Nah, probably that's not fair actually. Let's call it 50-50. At this point in time, I'm now 50-50 he will take it, because he's talking about Wilder has nothing more than a puncher's chance. I'm going to school even more than the first fight. Surely you can't say that and then not turn up, but who knows? It could be one of them ones, like where I'm pretty sure into the second Vlad fight, when he was meant to fight Vlad again, he was saying all this stuff about, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that again. And it came round and he ended up finding a way out of it. So it could be one of them ones. And actually, that does have quite a lot of weight in my opinion. I can see another situation where Fury, whether it be some sort, or maybe the cut hasn't healed, and it be one of them ones where it kind of drags out. I can see that happening, and he kind of just ends up retiring. And bottom line is, I can see it happening where, same as the Vlad fight, it just doesn't happen for some sort of reason. Because I'm just not confident, man. We heard how his dad was speaking after the Wallin fight. Yeah, but then again, Fury does like to try and prove people wrong. However, I think he knows. I think he felt that Wilder right hand. I think he felt that Wilder left hook. And I'm not sure. I'm just not sure he wants it. He doesn't have anything to offer anymore. He can't even run away anymore. He really can't. And people thought Ortiz's legs were shot. People thought Ortiz's reactions were shot. To be fair, they are. But nah, Fury ain't as slow as Ortiz. I'm sorry. Fury's reactions ain't as bad as Ortiz's yet. Ortiz is another level. He was so slow. And the worst thing is, when Ortiz got hit last night, you noticed that he was smiling. And people only smile when they feel like they can't be hit. He smiled and just got knocked out. And I think what happened was, anyone else who had any level of young legs would have taken a half step back and Wilder would have missed. I think that's what the key was. But Ortiz, you got to remember, think about the eyes as well. What do we know about old people? When you get to 70 years old, your eyes aren't the same either. So what happens is, them synapses between his eyes and his brain, they're all mashed up. They're all old. So when he saw what Wilder dinged the right hand, that eye to brain linkage is broken. Too slow. He couldn't. He just watch how he gets hit. He doesn't even flinch. He doesn't even react. He didn't see it at all. He just didn't register in his brain at all. He just stood there like goofy ass idiot, man. How you gonna go in there and anyway? Scrap Ortiz. I don't want to hear about old ass Ortiz ever again. But trust me, I've heard about them talking about a third fight. No word of a lie. No word of a lie. Or Wilder at the end of the fight, he comes out and says to Ortiz, "Here, baby, we can do it again. If you go away, and we can do it." Swear to God, he's talking about doing it again. I promise you. Anyway, listen, Fury, I hope you do come through, because I wouldn't mind seeing you get laid flat out this time. But be under no illusion, if Fury does find the nuts to get in there, and he's getting laid out, and that's the end of it. And to be fair, even if he does win, it's going to be the most boring fight. And that's what I find hard about people supporting Fury. You can only support him because of the gimmick. You can't support him on a sporting level. Yeah, you can't sit there and say, "Oh, I'm supporting Fury because he's going to make it a good fight." He can only, if he does win, it's been the most boring performance, the worst performance you've ever seen. That's the truth of it. People can say I'm a hater. He's not a good boxer. He's not. Yeah, he's just not a good boxer. And you can sit there and debate what you call boxing. What I don't call boxing is a 270-pound man who don't never hurt anyone. That's not what I, based on my personal opinion, that doesn't make a good heavyweight boxer. If I sat there and told you a good heavyweight boxer is a man who don't ever hurt anyone ever, that's your business.